We're going to look at some John Mayer again, Waiting for the World to Change. It's a really, really nice song. Around about 2 minutes and 11 seconds, you'll find a solo that sounds something like this. That's the basic solo that you need to learn. Now, you've got your PDF in front of you, I'm sure. You've got your chords and everything. We're going to look at the chords in a different video. So you're going to get 2 videos for this. One for the chords, one for the lead part. You're looking at the lead part right now. And on the PDF above solo, it says 2:11. That is your 2 minutes 11 seconds, your timestamp, so you know when to start. Now what's cool about this over here is the slides, the hammer-ons, the techniques that John Mayer uses to make a very simple solo sound so cool. Now you're starting off with a very quick slide from 5 to 7. Notice my fingers are numbered. Please use the same fingers, otherwise you could end up with a sort of a tricky technical combination of fingers, which might work but might also feel clumsy. Okay, here's my rendition. Here we go. Starting with a very quick slide from fret 5 to 7. And then after that, you're going to have your first finger now lined up by fret 5, and you're going to do a hammer-on from fret 5 to 7 and then slide to 10. So the next 3 notes, slow motion, pick, hammer, slide. Okay, so if you put the first bar together, you're going to have, and you'll notice that my third finger looks like it's had too much caffeine. Okay, be generous with the vibrato. Listen carefully to John Mayer. What makes him a really good player is not what he does, but how he does it. Okay, so vibrato is very, very important. String control, very, very important. On your setup of your guitar, maybe a slight hint of overdrive. So you don't want to go heavy in distortion. Just a hint of overdrive. It's going to work really, really well. But anyway, enough talking. One more time the bar. 2, 3, 4, and the next bar, the 2 triplets in a sense. It's going to go. In slow motion, if you break that down, 7, hammer on to the 10, slide to the 12, go back to the 10, slide, hammer on the 12, and then slide to 15. So your techniques are quite important there. I'm going to get a different angle there. One more time so you can see the angle. And if I put everything together now from a sort of a head-on view, just change the angle a little bit there, you're going to have something like this. Your first and second bar, 2, 3, 4, and so you need very good, clean, quick slides, which means a lot of pressure while you're sliding as well. That's how you're going to get the notes working well. Now on to the third bar. The third bar is going to start at fret 12, and you'll notice that all the numbers are sort of repetitive. There's a bit of a pattern over here. The 5, 7, 10, 7, 10, 12, 10, 12, 15. And what I'm trying to point out here is that every triplet starts on the second note of the preceding triplet. See if you can pick that out. It will help you memorize it. I'm going to say it again. Every triplet starts on the second note of the previous triplet. So you got your first note. Here's your first triplet. There's your second note. There's your second note. Second note for the next bar now, the third bar. Did we get that pattern? If you don't, let me know. I'll try and help you out. But beginning of the third bar again. 12, hammer on, slide to the 17. And then we have to do a very quick double stop. Now I'm going to come a little bit closer in with this over here. You're going to see fret 17 and 16. I'm going to play them together. Now watch my picking technique over here. I'm actually going to use my middle finger and my plectrum at the same time. So I'm going to do something like this. Very quick double stop like that. So I'm sliding 2 frets up. And then from then I jump down to 14 and 15. So the trick over here is you could strum it as well if you really wanted to. If you want to go, you could do that. I like the combination of the finger and the pick together. It's called hybrid picking. And then after that, the next line, it says bend and release 3 times. You go to fret number 19, and you go. That's really, really easy. Okay. Now, later on, a little bit later, there's like a keyboard intermission between it. And at 2 minutes 27 seconds, you can see the date stamp again on your PDF file. You'll see there's another phrase which is going to look like something like this. And now we've got the angle sorted. At 2 minutes 27 seconds, you're going to hear a short little solo which sounds like this. And if you look at the numbers on your PDF, you'll notice that the numbers in the second and second last bar, or the second last bar and last bar rather, sorry, are exactly the same. It's just on different strings. So you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And when I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, it means because your timing is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to go 1, 2, 3. And the second phrasing exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And watch my finger placement as well there. If you use the same fingers, it's going to work a lot better for you. So make sure you use the same fingers. It's really going to help. Make sure you got your slides working well. It's a very, very nice study on your slide technique, making sure your string noise is under control. You'll notice my thumb is resting heavily on the top strings the whole way through. And the purpose of the thumb lying there is to make sure I don't get unnecessary string noise, especially if I decide to put a bit of a higher gain. Okay, that's pretty much your solo and your sort of after solo, if you want to call it that. I'll see you on the second video for the chords. We're going to look at some really cool chord voicings, in other words, different ways to play the chords. And have an awesome time. Enjoy the phrase, and I'll see you shortly, hopefully.